Well, first of all, if you're sick, the United States is the best place in the world to get taken care of. There's no question about that.
That's Dr. Toby Cosgrove's assessment of health care in this country. But he adds there are challenges. The main one, its cost.
What we have to do is control the costs. We've got to deal with some of the issues that are driving up costs. One is the epidemics that we're dealing with, the epidemics of opioid crisis, which has had 72,000 deaths in the United States last year, and I know that affects people all over the country. The second one is the epidemic of obesity, with 40% of the people in the United States now obese.
He blames the obesity problem, in part, on sugar.
We got to have sugar in everything. I mean, one of the interesting things is we continue to subsidize the growing of sugar, which is in all our foods and has huge caloric content and is driving up the obesity issue. So we pay for it, one, to grow the sugar, which drives up the cost of health care.
Do you think sugar is today's tobacco?
I think sugar is very addictive. I think it's part of contributing to the obesity crisis that we're seeing, and eventually we're going to have to address that.
It's those decisive opinions two U.S. presidents have wanted to hear, asking Dr. Cosgrove to be the U.S. Secretary of Veterans Affairs, a department mired in controversy with concerns over access to VA care.
Great doctors. Dr. Toby Cosgrove, as you know from the Cleveland Clinic, has been very involved.
He turned down President Obama. Cosgrove didn't think in the final 18 months of that administration he could make a difference. He then turned down President Trump because he learned senators and congressmen were not interested in the changes Cosgrove would want.
So I turned President-elect Trump down for that job because I didn't think we were going to be able to make a significant difference, and I didn't want to really tilt windmills.
His changes include letting veterans go wherever for care, not limiting them to a VA facility.
You know, I'm a veteran, and I feel strongly the veterans ought to get the best care that they can get. I think that the way to do it is give them a choice.
As for the overall picture of healthcare, Cosgrove says it's not all doom and gloom.
Stop and think about healthcare, what we've seen over the last 3 decades. Many of the cancers are getting cured, better diagnosis. The things that we can do now are vastly different, incredible capabilities, and they're only going to get better.
We can do it, we just got to figure out who pays for it.
Exactly.